Hello, my crafty friends. Tranae here. Happy New Year, baby. 2017, y'all. So I am excited that this is the first video of the year, and I had to start things off with telling you my word for the year. Originally, I would do word of the year with my students, and we would do it at the beginning of each school year. But when I left the world of education, I decided to start doing word of the year for myself, and at the beginning of each year I would come up with a new word. So over the last couple of years, I have had the words thrive, I have used the word action, and I have used the word cleanse. And what I do is I incorporate those words into my everyday life. Now this year I decided that I wanted to do it a little bit different, and I wanted to make it a ongoing project, because in the past I would come up with words, but I wouldn't visit them every week to make sure that I am incorporating them into my life. So this year I am doing it different. I am using my scrapbook to create a challenge, and you are welcome to join if you wish. And what we are going to do is we're going to have a year of cultivating, because my word for this year is cultivate. Now, this project is a little bit different, because although my word is cultivate and the name of the project is Cultivating Crafts, you get to choose what you wish to cultivate. Now, there will be writing prompts each week, and I will also be showing you guys some of the things that I created, and you'll be able to follow along like that. So now let's get into what I'll be using for my project. So I am using this album that I purchased at Studio Calico. I purchased it while they were having their buy one get one 50% off sale. However, if you want to join this project, you don't have to get yours from Studio Calico. I got mine from there because they are the only people that I could find that had a 9x12 album. I could not find one in Michael's or Hobby Lobby. However, I did find like really cute albums, even some Becky Higgin Project Life albums for $4.99 in Michael's craft section. So you can choose whatever works best for you. I will be using this album because I like the layout and the different page options that it gives me. So for today's project, we will be creating a scrapbook layout using the word cultivate, and I will be identifying some of the things that I want to cultivate within my own personal life. And these are also some of the themes that we will see later on throughout the year within this project. So first up, I am just scraping my word off of my Cricut mat. I used some heavy duty black cardstock paper to cut out my word, and you guys, this was a font that I purchased the rights to use, and let me tell you, wow, I love the font. I love the font because the thicks and the thins of the word are just beautiful. However, it was a pain to peel up. I mean, like, it was a pain, which is just something that comes with the territory. Sometimes the things that we want to cultivate most in life are painful or are just difficult to come by. So one of the reasons I chose this for my word was because 2016 was a really trying year for me. It was a year of ups and downs, and some things that I thought were definitely in my grasp that I knew I would be achieving did not happen. Some of just life things just really got a hold to me, and for a while it was very just taxing emotionally and physically. Like, it would be days where I was just so mentally exhausted that physically my body would be hurting. And one of the things crafting has always been for me was a way to cultivate joy within my life. And that's a reason why I share like my craft projects, because I believe that by seeing me craft, it may inspire someone else to craft, and it inspires them to then cultivate joy within their lives. And for me, with cultivating, it's just so many things can fall within that word. You can cultivate so many themes in just like joy, peace, prosperity, abundance, well-being, friendships, relationships, new opportunities. And a lot of times with the word of the year, you just choose one word, and it kind of just, that word is for, it speaks for itself, so to speak. Like, for instance, I don't know. Let me see. What was one of my words? My word action. You take action. And although it can, be applied to different areas in life, to me, it's a lot different than, you can have a lot of different actions, but what are you cultivating through those actions? Are they good actions? Are there actions that are in your best interest? And with this word, I wanted to be sure that I made the effort and and outlined it, that I am cultivating only the good, only positive. Because let's be honest, you can cultivate some situations that you don't want to be in. And I wanted to make sure that throughout this year, I only cultivate things that are going to make me a better person, and things that are going to take me from being good to being great. And so that is what, in a nutshell, that is what this project is all about. So with my layout for today, let's get back to the project. The paper that I chose was a paper of a bunch of windows. And as you recall, I said that I had some issues this year, mainly in involving my education. I was supposed to graduate this December. That did not happen. And it wasn't, it was no fault of my own. It wasn't like a situation where I didn't do something I was supposed to do. It involved having a low response rate with the research study that I'm doing for my dissertation. It involved having to depend on feedback from others that did not have me as their, priority, and feedback was late. It involved some mistakes of my own that I take full responsibility for. And towards the end of the year, I realized that, this is not going to happen. And I had a situation where I was talking to my committee members, and they were telling me about, your response rate's so low, maybe you should just, start from, start over. And that was like, for one, I was like, that ain't happening. That's not going to happen. I'm not starting over, because although I didn't hit the number of participants that I wanted, I hit the number of participants that I needed. And I was like, I'm not starting over. That's not going to happen. So I chose the paper with the windows, because at the time, it felt like every door was closed to me. Like, every angle that I could look at it just felt closed. I felt like I was closed in. I was trapped. For a while, I felt like I had spent so much time and energy in this doctoral process, and I even questioned myself, like, why did I go back to grad school? Why am I even doing this to myself? I, have enough education to do what I want in life. Why did I set this big goal of getting a PhD? And I felt closed in, I felt isolated, and I really felt like no one understood what I was going through. Just because I am the first person in my family to go to grad school, so I didn't have like, I couldn't call on my mom and ask her, well, when you was in grad school, how did you feel? Or when you did your PhD, how did you feel? Luckily, my husband's aunt, I was talking to them about it, and she reached out, and she was like, well, I have my PhD, and honestly, I had completely forgot. That's just a case of not using your resources. I had completely forgot that she had been through the process, and she was like, let me help you. Call me whenever you need. And like, when I tell y'all, she was there, and she understood the process, because if you honestly haven't went through the process, you can empathize with someone, but you can't really empathize with them, because it's so mind-blowing. It's so much more, it's just crazy. But so when I saw these windows, this is the story behind how I came up with using these windows. Like I was saying, I felt like all the doors was closed, and we were at my parents' house on Christmas, and it's a running joke in my family that, well, it's not even a joke. My parents' house is like Fort Knox. They have locks everywhere. Like, their doors all have like 4 locks on them. Windows are locked down. Everything is locked down in their house. And I mean, like, with deadbolts locked, like, you need a key. And my sister is always like, I hope a fire never starts, because we're going to have to try to find the key. And I made the joke. I was like, well, you just going to see a Tranae size hole in the wall if we can't find that key. And she was like, well, I'm just going to hop out the window. And so I was thinking to myself later, you know how you just have like those little shower moments and old memory run through your mind and you laugh about it? I was in the shower and I was thinking about that moment, and I was like, all the doors feel closed to me, but damn it, I will go through a window if I have to. And when I saw this paper, and it's from the Take Me Away collection with all the windows, it just made sense, because the things we want to cultivate in life may not always be available through a door of opportunity. We may have to go through the window. We may have to create a window. And so that is how I came up with using the windows for this project. So with that being said, I am sure there are some things that you would like to cultivate in your life. And if you love scrapbooking just like I do, I ask that you come and join me in this challenge. It's absolutely free. It's a year-long challenge. It doesn't require any special supplies. All you have to do is text Cultivate to 44222. Or you can go to cultivatingcrafts.com and sign up. Now, as a special treat for you guys to sign up, I have designed a Cultivate journaling card that I think is so adorable. I can't wait to use it. So until next time, you guys, go be happy and do something crafty. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.